Yeah.
C'est la deuxième fois qu'elle fait ça.
C'est laquelle?
C'est Scott, je pense.
Mais là, ça va aller, Minette, ça va aller. C'est assez intense.
Ouais. Oh là là, petit.
Pas facile. Je suis live.
Bon.
Merci. Belle qualité, là. C'est pas flippant en tout.
Y a-tu du monde? Wow.
Il y a juste moi. C'est juste moi qui regarde mon propre stream.
C'est bien weird. D'habitude, t'as combien de monde?
Plus que plus que 0. Entre 0 et 10.
Si t'es en train de parler à Otto, elle l'a-tu vu qui est ça?
Elle est peut-être en train de manger, Otto.
C'est genre.
C'est beau buggé.
Ouais.
Hmm?
C'est ça. Est-ce que c'est un problème technique ou c'est juste que genre ça a donné que personne peut?
Excellente question. Ça, je vais essayer des affaires. C'est d'utiliser la caméra de mon téléphone. Ça va très bien. Ah, fuck. Je vois. C'est pas tout flou dégueulasse. Oups. Bon. On va essayer ça.
Yeah.
C'est super shit.
De quoi ça?
L'imprévu, il m'avait mis en genre 144p. C'était vraiment dégueu.
Le streaming.
Discarded lab zone.
ASMR mode is enabled.
Ok, ici ça marche. C'est moi que.
Ouais.
Parce que je fais chier tout le monde avec moi. Check mon username dans mon serveur, c'est quoi? E.
Hein?
Je sais pas pourquoi. Puis. Ah, je sais pas pourquoi. J'ai rien changé. Ah, tu vois ici, il y a plein de lettres.
Ouais.
Je pense qu'il est un peu buggé.
Ouais.
Toujours personne.
C'est tellement weird là.
Avec ton téléphone, pourrais-tu checker si.
Bien sûr. Ok, c'est d'aller sur YouTube.
Ouais. C'est Caturday Live with M.
Hehe. Ça me dit que t'es live. Peux-tu faire du mouvement?
La 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 la, put put put, put put put, put put put. Ah.
Ok, ouais. C'est quasiment une 10 secondes de...
Ouais, mais ça,
Ouais. Oui.
tiens, un délai, ça me dérange pas vraiment, tant que ça marche.
Puis on t'entend. Puis on m'entend.
Tout le monde. Bon, ben, coudonc.
C'est par ton Discord que tu...
Ouais, c'est qui est comme buggé, hein. Ça le fait pas sur celui des amis.
Non. Super strange. Super strange. Aïe aïe aïe. Boum.
Non, non, j'ai juste pas d'amis, en fait.
On est tous de plein d'amis.
Hey, Jill! Hi! Please let me know if you can see and hear. Can both hear and see. Yay! I think the image should be a lot better than before, because I kind of figured out that I can use my phone to stream now, and I mean, it's not perfect, but the image is still a whole lot clearer than the webcam I used before. I don't know why they make webcams with such low resolution. It definitely looks sharper, clearer to me. Oh, yeah! Yes! That's good, I'm happy. If anything, that's the, the great improvement today. How was your week? Oh, it was a nice, decent week. How was yours? The news have been pretty hardcore this week. And it's not finished. Pretty good. I had major food cravings and I didn't move much, so I'm feeling a bit blah today. Oh no! What kind of food cravings? If you feel like sharing. If not, that's fine too. But I'm glad to be tuned in to Caturday. Yay! I don't remember how they write Häagen-Dazs, but I think it's... Is there 2 A's? All the carbs. Oh my gosh, carbs are the best food group. Are you on a sort of diet where you try to limit those or something? And I ate all the carbs, delicious, but definitely feeling like I had too much. Oh. What's your favorite carb? Yeah, I adore carbs, but my body does better when I limit them. Yeah. I think a good balance is key. But yeah, carbs are amazing. Anything that resembles a baked good or potatoes. Hey, Charlotte, hi! Baked goods like muffins, cakes, that stuff. Hey, Mikey! What about potato donuts? Donuts. Yeah, I think this is waterproof. Oh, I think it's the one that fell down earlier. Alright, so what I'm drawing today is I felt like doodling one of those sort of diary pages. I did a good few of these when I would like go to conventions or go to visit my family, keep kind of a log of my time out there, over there. Anyway. And I don't know, I kind of felt like making one for this week. And yeah, so sketched it out, I'm gonna ink it, and then I'm gonna add some colors to it. So it's a lot about food, turns out. A couple of bits and things, and like if anything special happened during the week. In this case, I started running again, sort of, so that's what I wanted to... Otto! Otto, I doodled you as a cat. What kind of cat color do you want to be? I know all your gear is gonna be pink and gray and black, but like, what kind of cat coat color? I mean, I say I doodle someone as a cat, but I basically always draw the same cat. I just change the color somewhat. What color cat does my personality match? I kind of sort of see you as a black cat or a tortie, perhaps. Yeah, we are. It's kind of hard to see because it's just a sketch, but I drew me as a cat just dying. And then I have like a thought bubble where we run together and it says maybe someday. Yeah, I lost 12.8 out of about 60, 62 that I kind of need to shed, ideally. It's not an easy task losing weight when you're a very short potato. Yes, we're gonna run together someday. Oh, for sure. I know we will. Oh, sorry, that was kind of gross. I haven't lost any weight in the 4 months of training. You know, I have serious doubts about that stat. Which scale did you use to compare that? Because I feel like, first of all, you've been running, so there's that, and your fitness level has greatly improved. But also, you told me like something about BMI, and I'm like, how is BMI going down if weight doesn't go down? Because it's correlated, right? And yeah, definitely a lot of non-scale victory, but I think it's weird. I wonder if the scale is lying to you. I've definitely toned up a lot and gained muscle. My body shape is different. Okay, so you've just been switching out, you know, the volume of fat for the much tighter volume of muscle. But yeah, I was thinking about like when I measured myself and saw my BMI, and I was like, But the thing is with BMI is that it says that like bodybuilders are like morbidly obese because they weigh a lot in muscles, but like it doesn't account for composition, BMI. Lost a bunch of weight, but it's mostly because of the chemo pills they gave me. I have no appetite whatsoever. Oh. Do you think that might improve your ability to be more mobile, Mikey? That is a kind of slightly shitty silver lining sort of thing. think this is why keeping like measurements can be interesting to track when getting in shape. And even if it's sort of not necessarily in a very formal way, like when a pair of pants or a shirt starts fitting differently, it's always interesting. This sweaty cat is exactly how I am after a run. Oh, same. it's just, I'm always super baffled because I'm like, how can I generate so much sweat in such little time? What's up with that? How? No, I gotta say, the headbands, like an absorbent headband will really make a difference. I had an old one that wasn't completely busted yet because, okay, a bit of context. More than 10 years ago, I had a brief spell of me going to the gym really intensively. I started from a much lighter weight then and managed to lose weight and get in shape. And by the end of the period, I was able to go to the gym and really train. I was able to run for a while without any issue and just got better fitness. And back then, I had those headbands, but I didn't remember being that sweaty, you know. And most of the headbands over time, they've stretched out and they're completely unusable, but I had one left that was still, you know, decent. And I wore it for the last time I went jogging yesterday. And I was like, oh, this is so much more enjoyable. Like, I don't have like drops of sweat everywhere. And when I came home and I changed to take a shower, the freaking thing was soaked as if I had like dipped it in water. And I was like, oh, this is both gross and also great. Like, I'm glad it's working so well. That's exactly what I look like after a workout too. Oh no, Jill! Yes, definitely losing weight helps me move better. That's good. Like, that's the sort of silver lining kind of thing. Like, gotta take the wins we can get, right? They forecast a lot of rain in the coming week, so I don't know if I'll be able to jog, but I figured that it would be a good time to, you know, let my muscles recover a tiny bit. Hi, Cleo. I wasn't talking, so perhaps that's why there wasn't any sound, but there should be sound. Hopefully. I detest sweating. Yeah, I'm realizing that's the part that I kind of hate the most. But okay, so to add to the long list of realization that maybe a lot of people have figured out already, But I feel like when it gets super hot in the summer, I really don't mind sweating if I'm doing like a more strenuous type of exercise. Like if we go biking, if I'm running, and I'm like sweating buckets, I don't mind it as much than when I'm just outside existing and still sweating buckets. Like we go on pretty chill walks and I'm still like disgusting when I come home. But if I go running, it's like my brain expects the disgusting factor. So I mind it less. I know that when I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna change. You know, it's more, it makes more sense than just going out for a half an hour walk and still being like drenched. Rest is just as important as training. Yeah, it is. I didn't rest enough and now I have an injury that is ensuring I rest. Oh no. One way or another, I guess. Congratulations, great work. Ah, thank you so much, Melissa. Hi, Cleo, by the way. Hi. Hi, Melissa. So yeah, today I am using my phone for filming and the audio, and I think it's kind of better than my usual setup. I know the audio for the visual for sure is a bit clearer instead of the really fuzzy image from the webcam. Yeah, it's a lot clearer. I really fancy some gazpacho in this heat. Do you get soba noodles? What are chabs? Chabs is the nickname of a frequent visitor cat. That's his nickname. So lots of chabs means he's been coming over a lot, which is adorable. What foods are you all enjoying in this heat? I'm thinking. For me, it's Mars bar ice cream. That's a thing. Hot damn diggity. I'm eating cold leftover homemade pizza right now. Oh, that's amazing. Cold pizza is amazing. Oh yes, it's a thing, and it's the most amazing thing. I have a chilled cucumber soup recipe that's the bee's knees on hot days. Oh man. Well, I know I can't eat Mars bar ice cream, but we got to try out some dairy-free Haagen-Dazs last week, and it was pretty delicious. Though I gotta say, man, these commercially available fancy ice cream, they're always so sweet. And I have a high tolerance for sweet. Like I'm the person that would eat icing by the spoonful. But there's something about Ben and Jerry's and now Haagen-Dazs that it's just it's oddly enough too much sweetness. Candy bars and ice cream from are amazing. I like Snickers. Super so could be right back needs gazpacho. Isn't gazpacho basically just like tomato and veggie juice? Or like juicy salad? I can't handle much sweet anymore. I used to be the frosting with the spoon gal too. Same with salty stuff. I guess the result of getting old. Yeah, less with salty stuff for me personally, but I'm still not over the icing thing. I still put way too much icing when I get around to making cake occasionally. I make a homemade salsa. I literally eat with a spoon. Yeah, it's basically a sort of salad at that point, right? I think Otto was hungry and went to get some gazpacho. Back, I am always hungry. Food is so good, right? What are you running? You deserve it and can afford it. That's another thing about being exercising more is you kind of feel what's the word I'm looking for? Like choosing food is like there's less of a concern about choosing the right thing to eat. Is that a point? Is that a thing? Poor itchy Scout. Yeah. Her allergies have been really bad. She's all like disfigured at the moment. I am more focused on increasing how far I can run than losing weight, so I do eat to ensure I am not too much at a deficit. Yeah. It's just, you know, like, it's like, oh, well, if I was gonna eat, let's say, a pasta dish anyway, well, I've been running, so I don't feel like too concerned about it. Does that make sense? As if I am ever in danger of being in deficit. What race are we running in that daydream? Oh, that's a good question. Do you have any in mind? Oh yes, my dear. Coconut whipped cream. I've been obsessed with that. So I happened to notice that the grocery store had a dairy-free whipped cream that is made with coconut cream, and it's amazing. it's way too good. Like I never liked whipped cream because I never liked cream. So when I was like, oh, you can't have dairy anymore, I was like, no biggie, right? I don't even like that thing. But I saw the coconut whipped cream topping thing, and I was like, and I decided to try it, and it's delicious. So I'm kind of fucked. It's there's a couple of issues with it. First of all, being the packaging. Kind of hate the packaging because it's this big, you know, pressurized can, and there's not that much like product in it. But it's really good. It's nice and fluffy, and it has this very light coconut taste, and it's just sweetened enough. And it's been amazing with matcha lattes that I make with almond coconut plant-based milk. Yeah. Edinburgh Marathon Festival, absolutely. Dude, a full marathon? That I cannot envision that for now. That's an absurd amount of kilometers to run. Is it like a Cool Whip can? I don't know what a Cool Whip can is like, but it's you know those can you shake and then you put upside down and you bend the tip and it goes like really loudly and spurts out whipped cream. No, they have 5, 10K, half and full marathon. Okay, cool. You could learn to make it yourself. I could, but the thing is, like, I don't think coconut cream on its own whips up the same way regular cream does. I think what makes it work is the fact that there's the pressurized gas in there that flaps it up. Because it flattens down really quickly, relatively. Coconut almond cream soup. Well, it doesn't sound too bad. Like, it's unsweetened. Probably healthy too, like my salsa soup. Yep. So yeah, this page has a whole section of the foods that were worth mentioning from last week. So we had the whipped cream with fresh strawberries, and it was pretty amazing. And it's on my long-term goal list because I can't really bake right now. It's way too hot. But if I can do like a shortcake or a sponge cake, angel cake, anyway, one of those fluffy white cakes that is usually served with whipped cream and fresh strawberries. Like my mom would do that on a, you know, regular basis somewhat. And I would always ask for cake, strawberries, hold the whipped cream. I could just didn't like it. But now I kind of want to try it with this deliciousness. I think it would be amazing. That's also another thing that I noticed from, you know, food and exercise and whatnot, is that when we eat a bit more like junk food-ish, like last week we decided to order Domino's, and it was delicious. Domino's is really good, but I felt like after eating like some food that is slightly that is less nutritious, I felt like the workouts were harder. Like I do the jogging thing and we do a lot of biking, and I really struggled with biking like after that pizza those pizza meals. So I wonder how related it is. I'll keep it in mind for, you know, like future observations, like whenever I feel like we eat a bit less nutritious stuff. Like, does this repeat, or is it like another factor, like hormones or just sleep, if I'm tired, whatnot? That's interesting. Sorry, my internet went on for a bit. What did I miss? Oh no, I was reflecting on the way like what we eat is sort of having an effect on our workouts in general. Because I was referring to last week where we got some Domino's pizza, and I felt like the workouts following eating Domino's were like much harder. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, but you know, I would not have expected that much of a correlation. Oh gosh, yeah, it's crazy how it affects you. And yeah, it's just surprising. Like I was really struggling with our bike ride, which is a ride we do really often. And then the ones we did when, you know, we were back to eating a bit better, I felt were much easier. And I could go faster, and I was less like, I'm so proud of. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. But I'm like, it's so weird. I mean, fuel is fuel, like food is food. Anything greasy, fatty will slow you down. Sugar and carbs will make you stronger. Oh no! Not an excuse to eat more carbs in opposition to the rest. I feel like the days when I had a bit more carbs were really better for workout. So that all makes sense. Runners will carb load the night. Yeah, I had heard about that. Like those that 10+ years ago when I did a bit of running, I think I subscribed to Runner's World, Running World, one of those running magazine thingies that would get delivered in the mailbox. And I remember reading about carb loading. Also easy to digest sugar. So any kind of white sugar, like any kind of candy. I choose before. Oh, isn't that what the you know, the gel packs and all that? It's basically sugar, right? For people who run like marathons. Some things go straight to energy and others take more work from your body to convert into energy. Yeah. One of those things is my energy storage. I figured high chews were cheaper because those gels are expensive. Oh yeah, it's absurd. You could, if you can find like honey packets, that's basically what it is. It's just sugar syrup. How good reason to take up serious running. Yeah, you can justify eating candy bars. Gotta find the ones that don't make you feel like butt though. Like you need the energy to run, right? Right? I'm generally quite okay with working out on no energy. Like it's not an absolute, and it's not you know, always the case. But when I go jogging in the morning, I do so on an empty stomach and I'm perfectly fine. I eat when I come back. You know, I take a shower, get my breakfast, and I'm good to go. And when I went to the gym to work out for like 2 hours, I would eat a very small thing just before because I find it harder to work out on a, you know, not necessarily completely full, but on a full stomach than on an empty stomach. And like I have enough energy stored on me. Like this is not exactly a concern, but yeah. I've been so impressed at how you go for runs in the morning. Well, there's that one advantage for that is that I go running out. I mean, it's still not stressful, but it's a bit draining regardless because there are still people there and you cross people, and every time I cross someone, I'm like, oh no, I hope I'm not too stinky. But yeah, one of the main advantage is that you can go out to run and, you know, shower when you come back. Otherwise, I cannot function if I haven't showered. So if I wait, like I would have to shower when I wake up, do stuff, go running, shower after the run because gross. So that's a bit like inefficient. What time do you go for a run? Oh, it's not that early. I don't know, between around 8 a.m. I think. And I have more workout clothes than normal clothes. Well, you need more because, I mean, you can't really re-wear, you know, something you've drenched in sweat. Fini? Hold on. Ah, il est nice. Hein? Il est super cool. Hein?
Je fais des yeux puis il louche pas.
Tu sais que c'est tough ça sur une mini. Avec le pinceau qui a un poil.
Oh non!
Faudrait faire comme ça on purpose, genre un gobelin qui est comme. Candy, new clothes, new shoes, new health, of course, too. So what's happening? Guillaume is painting like miniatures, and he was showing me the one he just finished, and we were joking that these things are so small it's kind of hard to paint the eyes, and he was happy that he had managed to paint the pupils in the right place, so that the character is not like. I thought you were throwing up for a second. Oh my gosh. It's a bit distressing to... It sounded like I was throwing up. I'm sorry, what? Good job, G. So glad we figured out the next thing. Yeah, still bothering me just a tiny bit, but it's much better. Because you went... Yeah, sorry, I... What about the crazy rain you had? Was that this week? No, it was last week. Though it's usually how summer rains go here. I remember once it was kind of funny. We were at the nearby park for a walk, and it was, you know, kind of really cloudy day, really covered and heavy, and you know, there's always a risk of storms. And we walk, and we were, you know, just about to head back, and we hear this noise that, you know, kind of comes toward us, and we're like, what is that? It was rain, actually. We heard the whoosh of the, you know, wall of rain just coming towards us and hitting us, and it was like worse than a shower. It was a waterfall. Like, we were beyond soaked when we got home. At that point, you don't even try to rush it, because you're like, even if I run to try to get home, I'm gonna get soaked anyway. But yeah, we were like completely showered. It was pretty funny. And it lasts for like 15 minutes, and then it's sunny, and you're like, what? The last time it rained this hard, it was kind of funny too because, like I said, like Chabs, he comes to chill in the front lawn, and he's often here because he knows we can give him food and he feels safe. So he was just chilling, you know. And the rain starts falling, and I'm like, oh, it's raining a lot. And I see him get up like he was leaving, and I was like, oh, I hope he didn't get, you know, caught up in the big downpour. And it keeps on raining and keeps on raining. I'm like, oh, I hope he's okay, you know. And at some point the rain kind of slows down finally, and we're like, okay, let's risk going out for a walk. And as I go to, you know, close the window and all that, I look outside and I see him. He didn't leave. He was still here. He just had snuggled up in the corner the furthest away from the rain he could. And he was just waiting it out. And I was like, oh, come on, little guy. Glad you got back safe. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm?
C'est good faire un gros ménage.
Mm. Almost done. Can we see? Ils veulent voir tes mini? I don't know if it will focus. There's quite a big delay, so... Oh. It's not Warhammer per se. It's a Relic Blade, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a game called Relic Blade. It's really hard to show it because there's so much delay. Like, I don't know if I'm showing you, like, if I'm in the frame or anything, but I think I am. So yeah, really quite cool. I can see it great. Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad this camera setup is kind of working out better than like it focused on the miniature, and I don't think it was too like focusing in and out. So guys, do you know how to spell Haagen-Dazs? Is it like HAAGENDASZ?
Bon, on s'énerve.
Haagen-Dazs. Thank you. That must take so much concentration. Concentration and a steady hand. Really good eyes. Oh yeah, definitely.
Une bonne lampe.
Hmm?
Une bonne lampe.
And a good lamp, he says. That's cool that you're both artistic. Oh, well, he's very artistic. He's an concept artist, illustrator. Like, basically, most of what he does is drawing. He does the comic. I know I've sort of talked about it in the last video I posted. But yeah, he does all the art on the comic. You are both very artistic. Both. Yeah, I know I am too, but since what I mean you guys mostly see is what I do, not necessarily what he does. Bam! Both! I don't know if this is gonna be shaky. I'll keep erasing until the delay catches up and you can tell me if it's super shaky. No shake so far? Oh yeah. Oh. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Cat activity.
Beaucoup de son.
Yeah, it is a Mount Fuji eraser. I really like the eraser from this brand. I think it's Plus. This is one of the fall themed. Though I haven't really succeeded in making it super like Fuji-esque. Oh, they work really well. Super duper well. It's a, you know, it's a bit like mono erasers. They work really well. I'll just remove the eraser bits. So today is this province's provincial holiday, I guess. January what? June 24th. It's the Saint Jean Baptiste. Saint John the Baptist. Mono erasers are awesome. Yeah, they're good. Like, it's like, why settle for any kind of, basically any kind of Japanese eraser is, you know, better. Okay, now I need to choose which paints I want to use for this. I'll have a lot of space, so. Sorry. Because of limited space, I'm gonna use this one. Kind of like the vanish eraser, but even better. What's a vanish eraser? I have good reason to try the Fuji. Yeah, and it's really cute too. Like, I love the idea of the, you know, the star. Oh, a brand. They come in a little box that, yeah. Hold on. So the one I have came in this little fall theme box because it's technically the fall version, but yeah, as you can see, the box is not super helpful anymore. So it's out of it, and I have these two as well. I think this one is spring and this one is I don't remember. But yeah, same idea with the you know, the pattern in the middle that makes it look like a Mount Fuji. And the brand is Plus. It says Plus Air In. They're really, really good erasers. So Otto, did we decide on a cat color for you? I'm definitely an orange cat because I'm orange and I also have about one working brain cell. You said black. Either black or black and white. Oh! I like that. Do you want to be a cat with mittens? Like a tuxedo? Do I? Yes, I want mittens. My hair is not black and white. Oh, yeah. I didn't draw his tails because they would be like awkward to draw, but yeah. They're just hidden behind us. I love this mini cat. The expression is so spot on for that feeling. Thank you. I was really, you know, channeling my feelings of being sweaty when I was trying to figure that one out. Mittens and socks. I can really feel when we're feeling it. It is like one part disbelief, one part exhaustion, a good part water. I'm trying to figure out if I make a pattern on the face. or not. I feel like it would be kind of weird because usually like it's the, you know, the black cat. But I don't want to make Mutu look like she has a pinch or something. Like a goatee or whatnot. Are you like me and not notice quite how much you've sweated until you stop? Well, it gets worse when you stop. I don't know why, but like it's the same with biking. Like you're fine as long as you're being like in. Yeah, I'm not sure about the goatee. I'll just paint over it. And but yeah, it's always worse when we stop, and I don't know why exactly. And the thing is, with running, it's particularly bad because at the moment I'm running intervals, so I'm always stopping. So you run a bit, you get really warm, you stop, you sweat. Just gardening lately. When I take off my clothes, I can wring the sweat. Seriously, that's just like soaked. And it's my least favorite part of summer. It's the boob sweat. C'est Chablis. Bonjour. This guy is here right now. He came to check what Mr. E was doing. Yeah, in the summer when you kind of have to, you know, put some paper towels under the band of whatever bra you're wearing. And yeah, the between boob sweat stream. Yep. In the middle of the back. I can't imagine running in the heat. And my well, like I was telling you, it's much better than just any other exercise in the heat because, well, you gotta keep hydrated for sure. But I much prefer it. I would take like running and sweating over just walking because it doesn't stay with you. You know you're gonna change when you get home, and you know it's sort of expected of you to sweat because you're exercising. Like I feel bad when I'm just like out and about walking slowly and still sweating. I'm like, people are gonna think I'm like I have a disorder of some sort. I run on a treadmill. I have a fan. Did a run without one, and never ever again. Edinburgh is cooler. Yeah, I don't like running in the sun, so I try to I track my runs sort of. It's not fully running yet. It's running and walking, but I track them, and it shows on the graph like which part I walked and which part I ran, and the paths are always nonsensical because I try to avoid people and to stay in the shade. So sometimes I will go back and forth along one segment because it's in the shade and there are less people, and sometimes I will be able to run a bit and then I have to go back, and yeah, so I focus on the distance. I try to do like 3 kilometers, so that's what I focus on. But yeah, it's a bit silly. Also, like, why is it that all of the running apps are paid ones? I found one that was not one that was like completely free, and I was like, wow, that's great, that's wonderful, nice. And the one that is free doesn't have any sort of, well, it has a plan, but I didn't like it, and I'm not very good at following what people tell me to do. But then I realized that I don't really need a plan. I know that I gotta get used to running, so I can do, you run until your body tells you to stop, then you walk, then you try running a bit again, then you stop, and rinse and repeat. And I don't need a specific timer, I don't need a specific tracker. I can just, do that on my own and work towards improving. And I was like, oh, like a light bulb moment. Because running is a huge industry. Well, it kind of is, right? Like, the act of running itself is completely free. You can go anywhere and run if you want, but they try to really get you to, in the plans. And I was really bummed because seems like Otto had a great plan to get used to running, but it's not available outside of the UK because it's a NHS plan, and I'm not, I'm in Canada. The NHS is not a thing. So yeah, if you are looking for a running tracker, the Nike Running Club app is completely free, and they do have a couple of programs on there that, they seem to know what they're doing, but I didn't like that it was fixed days, in the sense that it was like, okay, week 1, Monday, a cool down, like a cool run, Tuesday, interval run, Wednesday, rest. And I was like, well, what if it's raining on the day I'm supposed to run and it's nice on the day I'm supposed to rest? And also, I cannot run 5 minutes straight yet, so I can't do the rest runs at all because I can't run for that length of time without dying. I think the Nike app is sort of banking on the fact that there is some sort of synergy with their shoes, in the sense that you can log like what shoes you're running with, and I think they sort of track the number of kilometers you run with these shoes specifically, and they will let you know when you need to replace them, which is how I guess they can manage to keep the app free by, leading you towards other purchases. But I don't run with Nike shoes at the moment. I have a New Balance. Or whatever shoes I had already. How do you like your new shoes, Otto? Have you been able to do a bit of mileage with them? I have Hoka shoes. Your Hoka shoes are really pretty. They do extra wide shoes, they're great, no squeeze toes. I managed to up my longest run from 5 to 7K with them. Woo! You probably need really good shoes. I don't know if it's as much as a really good shoe as much as a really good fit. I think for some people they can get away with, more basic shoes if it matches the way they run. But yeah, everybody will try to sell you cool running shoes, and I totally get it. You want cool running shoes. I know I do. At some point. They don't make enough of them with like bright neon colors or something. what would be the point? So, Otto, do you want your cat to have an opera pink tank top? If you do end up investing in running shoes, go to a shop that can fit your shoes properly. That makes sense. Yeah, exactly. No point in spending all that money and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Yeah, and they're not cheap. I know of one place where they would do that kind of stuff, but it's a New Balance shop, so I think they have a fair bias towards, you know, like I don't think they sell other brands of shoes in there, so it's kind of limited. I'll have to... I'm sure it exists, I just have never looked into it. We have shops called Running World here, I think, so that might be a... Oh my god, yes, Opera Pink, yes. A good running shoe shop will get you to run on a treadmill and film you to check for pronation. I mean, nobody wears out their shoes like evenly, so there's definitely something unique to everybody's style of walking and running. I'm so proud that I now have pink sports bras. Oh. See, at this point, my mindset towards exercising clothing is, does it do what it's supposed to do? And is it on sale? So it's a bit mishmash and hodgepodgey, but if it does the work it's supposed to do, I'm good with it. My line is, does it come in bright pink? Honestly, the guy helping me at the shoe shop was not impressed that I was picking everything based on whether it was pink or not. Well, how are you supposed to choose otherwise? Like, if there are many options, how are you supposed to figure it out if you don't have like a priorities? Give me the look of Jesus, you're in your 40s, you should be out of the whole pink phase. No, 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 no. They cannot market pink to girls and then expect us to just let it go later on. If anything, the opposite happens. When it's everywhere, like on everything you buy as a kid, you go through a phase of being sick of it, but then you get old and you're like, you know what, pink was actually awesome. Give me back the pink stuff, I'll take the pink stuff. I'm like, no, 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 it's because I'm in my 40s and menopausal that I'm embracing my pink. Besides, he's not the one who's gonna be wearing it, so all he needs to do is, you know... Pink makes me happy. It is a super happy color. Kind of surprised that you were not interested more into the Barbie movie at first, because that thing is gonna be very pink. I bought my first car brand new, based almost completely on the color. Yeah, but he did have to convince me to not buy the pink shoes that fitted. But yeah, well, if they don't fit, they don't fit. That's like a good fit is the main important thing. But if it all fits and there's a pink one, well, the pink one is gonna be the one that's gonna go home with you. But yeah, if it doesn't fit, that's another story. But it was pink, pink, pink! Melissa says the car, it was very pale pink. There were no bright pink cars. Oh, well, pale pink, that's still a very unusual color. There's always leather paint. Yeah, but I mean, running shoes are almost never leather. By the way, I love the top, thank you. Well, it's super basic, but I think it gets the point across that I'm not done, but this is gonna be you and this is gonna be me. Well, if in any case, we'll know. So that's the most important thing. At the moment, I just run into whatever I have that, you know, is comfy enough for running. Like, kind of roomy, but I'm realizing that the roomiest t-shirts I have, when they kind of get... Wow! Ce chat a jumpé, là. Il a tellement pensé quelque chose vers la gauche, là.
Ah ouais.
Je l'ai juste vu voler. Il a doing. Yeah, it kind of, like, stuff that is too baggy kind of chafes. Yeah, I just saw, from the corner of my eye, I saw Chabs pounce something off screen. Like, off window. Oh, and he's back. He's a cat, so he will pounce like bugs and birds and things that move. But it was like flying. I just saw an horizontal going cat. That's it. Now, if you can't go wow, then carry on. That thing. I just explained it. It was a flying Chabs. And he's back to his spot now. I know he wasn't being chased. He literally pounced something, but it was a really long pounce, like a long jump. He's not being as chased anymore. He's holding his ground a bit better when facing the cats that usually try to chase him off. There was a really cool bug, yeah, probably. I hear some rumblings. I wonder if it's a coming storm or just a truck nearby. Because if it's a storm, poor Chabs is gonna be... he's gonna get caught up in it again. He's a really funny cat. He spends most of his time like chilling just here. Do you have problems with fleas there? Not as far as I know. Our cats don't go outside, so they don't risk bringing in fleas from that. And I think the people with Chabs, they get him the treatment so that he doesn't get fleas, since he's an outdoorsy cat. I've seen quite a few feral cats, and I have not seen one with fleas really so far. It's touch wood on that, but it has to happen. I know that. Yeah, I know someone with a cat nearby that they mentioned having flea problems at some point, but he doesn't get his cat treated for fleas. That's good. I don't hear either. I'm so glad. I used to live in Florida. They were horrific. Do they prefer warmer temperatures? The one bug that you guys know that I totally can't stand is ticks. And I absolutely hate that they're getting more and more common. They're disgusting. They thrive in heat and humidity. Oh man. Well, it's getting hotter and hotter, and it's always humid, so I guess it might just be that they're not, thriving yet, because we do have those things, but not necessarily in the most regular way, so I don't know. I feel like Florida is always hot and humid. Things are getting pretty wild in Florida right now. The cold kind of lowers the number. That's perfect. Not a big fan of fleas. Yeah, Florida is awful for bugs of all kinds. Bugs, people, weather. The flea treatment they have now are a godsend for many. But I mean, especially for pets, right? But I've also heard that once fleas get in your home, they're really hard to eradicate, which sucks. But yeah, the flea treatment that are basically just a drop that you leave on the neck, like in the back of the neck of the pet. Or I think sometimes it's on top of the head. And it's just a drop and it will like spread out and work as a way to prevent fleas from being a problem in the first place. We need to find whatever creature eats both ticks and fleas and spread them everywhere. Let's go. Let's have possums and wild turkeys everywhere. They are, but borax powder in the carpet and the wells of the furniture dehydrates the environment and the fleas die out. Borax is safe for pet. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. I hope I never really have to deal with it, but good to know. I was trying so hard not to make stuff up, and I totally failed. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I need a talking break. Allergies have been a bit bad today. Not as bad as they were last week, but they make talking a lot unpleasant. I was a vet tech when I was young and saw so many miserable animals. Aww. Even many had to have blood transfusions because of the number of fleas. Yeah, and they're so dangerous for baby animals, like kittens, puppies. Because, I mean, the smaller the animal, the less resources they have to combat fleas. I really hate fleas. Ticks are doing basically the same. Are fleas an insect, or are they in the same group as ticks? I wonder. But yeah, I will finish this in my off time. And I'm trying to finish sketchbooks so I can do sketchbook tours and all that. And I'm gonna go drink water and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to stream next week. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And it was a super fun stream and I really enjoyed it. So, looking forward to your sketchbook tours. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.